house shooting.
I know, that's the
So
same.
we can't use it.
Okay, I am here today with Ann Mincey. It is actually February 1st. We're at the Professional Beauty Association show in Long Beach, California. And Ann, I just want to ask you a few questions. One question is, just on a personal side, what are you reading? What is the book you're reading this year?
The book that I picked up first this year is a book called What She's Not Telling You. And it's a book that was written by the woman who does, Mary Lou Quinlan. She does a lot of seminars and focus groups around the country with women and asking what women really do want. It's sort of like that movie that, who was
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson was in. He could really hear the thoughts, the real thoughts of what women were thinking as he passed them in the office. Anyway, Mary Lou wrote this book, and she said that women have two truths. One is the truth that they say immediately, which is normally true, but then there's always an under-truth. And if marketers can get to what she really is feeling or really is thinking about your product or service or your business and get that information, then there's a real connection. There's an emotional connection, there's a bonding connection, there's a loyalty connection. So that's the book that I'm reading right now, which is different from me because a lot of my books are all about self-help and spiritual development and all of this, and I'm surprising myself in 2010 that I actually started the year with a business book.
That's great. Okay, well then how did you end your year? Where did you go on holiday or vacation to rejuvenate and then start your new year again?
My end of 2009 was delicious. First of all, I went to Christmas in Atlanta to visit my nieces with their new little babies, and my sister joined me with her husband from Ohio, and on Christmas morning we rang the doorbell at my niece's home. They had no idea we were going to show up, and we started singing, caroling, "Joy to the World," and when they opened the door they saw that we were there. So that started my holiday, and then over New Year's I actually went all by myself for 10 days to St. Thomas, to a friend's place, and I just spent most of those 10 days in complete silence, preparing my heart and my faith and my mind for the new year and the new decade, and just simply asking the questions, what is the best path for me to follow this year? And feeling really good about journaling, spent a lot of time journaling, and just allowing myself to come from within more than what I do normally get to do in my day-to-day life. So
Did you have a lot of great walks on the beach and
I
any
did. I
snorkeling?
took walks on the beach. I love to take a stick and write in the sand if I have something that it feels like a burden or something I've been carrying for a long time, or maybe it's a dream or an aspiration, that I will write it in the sand at the shoreline and then stand there and watch as the water takes it away and erases it. It's almost like pushing the delete button on your computer and you have a blank screen. And it's my way of allowing the universe, allowing God to take that aspiration or that burden, and once it goes out to sea, it's not mine anymore.
That's great. And then what did you think about your time here at the show? You're at the ISSE show, and just what's the feedback on the industry? We're starting a new year. Things seem to be picking up, but what is your feedback from talking to people here?
The feedback that I've gotten talking to salon owners, distributors, manufacturers is that there has been a shift. Everyone's feeling the shift. It's slight, but it's positive. I think the whole new 2010 and a whole new decade is giving everybody that kind of feeling as well. And of course for me, being able to celebrate Saturday night with Robert Cromines and Christopher and Sonia Dove at the Legends and Icons Gala, that began my weekend with such an unfathomable honor by the industry, and I accept it with humility. I just can't believe that the industry thinks that my loving hairdressers all these years is a legendary thing, but I'm honored that I was so chosen and singled out. And then being able to present the Business of Beauty report on behalf of PBA, and this is chock full of unbelievable data, many myth busters in this report, like stylists don't like to recommend, but this report says, you know what, they really do enjoy recommending, and that clients don't want to hear it. Well, guess what? I'm a client, and we love to hear what a stylist recommends for us in terms of products and services. So overall, the entire weekend has been uplifting, fun, full of celebration, and I think we've got a lot to look forward to for the balance of the year.
Okay, one last question. You live in a great city in New York, the Big Apple. I've got to ask you, what's your favorite restaurant right now in New York City?
I have one great go-to place when guest comes in or I want to take someone to a beautiful lunch. It's Avra, A-V-R-A. It's on 48th Street between 3rd and Lexington. And it's Mediterranean, the freshest fish, the most beautiful fresh vegetables, and the tomatoes are out of this world. The best tomatoes I've ever had in my mouth. So if you're in New York City, first of all, let me know you're coming. Mincey@redken.com. You can still get me at that email address, and let's have lunch at Afra.
Perfect.